Okay, now first, I hope that the group of Chatpong also submit because there are 5 submissions, and when I look into Chatpong who is not here, he did not submit anything yet, right? So for, I don't know, maybe he's belong to some other group. If not, you will not have this big assignment credit or severely penalized. I'm not sure. Okay, that's one group on this, right? Okay, so second one, Timnara, okay, here, Chatpong, Thaniya, Siripapa, Bailey, Pimchanok. All right, then let's hear quickly what do you have for smart park Thailand, problem you solving, etc. Maybe Pimchanok, you can mention here. Pimchanok. Okay.
So basically, we know it's a problem there.
I cannot remember your name yet. Your name is Leah. Yeah, I have to like work on my memory. Leah is Siripapa. All right. Leah Siripapa. Yes. So what is your idea?
So our idea is like smart. We know it's a problem that in busy area like Bangkok and Chiang Mai, it's so hard to find a safe parking spot. First of all, if you want to go to cafe in Chiang Mai, like around Nippon area, but most of them are located in tiny alleys, and it's so hard to find a secure parking spot. So we think it would be great if we could create a platform that can make a secure parking space to those who want to find a parking spot. And we can make money by check for free advertisement. From if the company wants to advertise something.
Okay, I understand. Smart park, right? I will comment on this quickly, one idea at a time, because you guys still have time to tweak it. For the concept of this class, I want it to not be just theoretical and exercise. How I would like if you think your team think it's a good idea. What step, tangible, concrete step that you can do to test it out. Okay, right now what you are proposing, Leah and Miu, and another 3-4 missing team members, is that when you do something about real estate, maybe it's quite tough to get going because you require big investment to do, right? Unless you're able to find a way to test it out or build some hardware stuff that you can test it out for like a safety net, which I still cannot think about, right? So unless you're able to come up with some concrete step, I don't say that you have to do it, but at least it's feasible to do. Let's say you're about to do after the class next 3 months, there's like possible step to do, right? Even when you have a lot of money, maybe you cannot buy a land in Ninman Road area in Chiang Mai.
We're connected to the existing parking spot. There's some landowner who is they don't know what to do with the land.
So it's just empty land,
Just empty land.
growing banana or some lemon or something, yeah. Maybe we will talk about it. At least I understand this group where you guys coming from. Okay. Next one. This is, let's see. Buncharat Anapa Burim Prachya Sasipat Cholada Methavi. I like this name. Burim Prachya, so very fancy. Are you here? Burim Prachya. Okay. Go. So can you explain what your idea is about? What's your idea about? Friend group decision tools, toilet finding, self-wedding planner, let's see, exchange closet, okay, we talk about all-in-one travel plan, plate planet, wow, a lot of ideas. Okay, pick one that you like the most. I need to sift through this. But okay, it's okay to come up with many ideas and then you prioritize and use some. I might give some idea how to prioritize it. But okay, wedding we already talked about from Banjarat Nali Ing. So can skip that. What else?
Some of the idea was from our individual one that we did, and then we came to discuss as a group.
Right.
And then we found it interesting, so we put it in. But another one that won't intercept with the individual would probably be the traveling.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It can be intersect with the individual as well, right? You pick. It's a good idea from someone. Let's do on this project. It's okay too, right? So what do you think? What ideas did you like most? Yeah.
So it was we talked about a travel application, like an all-in-one travel.
Okay, you wrote it somewhere here, right?
Uh,
Toilet, not toilet, filing, exchange closet. All-in-one travel plan. Okay, yes.
Yeah, so sometimes when we talk when we're planning a trip and we don't really have experience in traveling to that country, it's kind of hard to go to very many different applications for many different things. So we decided that if we just combine all those things in an all-in-one travel plan, it might be easier and more convenient for those who are traveling to a country they've never visited.
Okay.
Because sometimes as we mentioned in Google Maps, we can only check where it is.
I understand. Okay.
Really
Yeah.
provide other
So for this idea to get started, there are two directions, right? One direction is to prepare them for someone coming to Thailand, right? Or you want another direction that for Thai people going somewhere, but not like the whole world. The whole world would be too difficult, right? And we talk about the narrow well that specific group and then expand later, right? So what would you like to do? Which direction? For Thailand, someone coming in, or Thai people, Thai tourists going out?
I feel like foreigner coming to Thailand.
Okay, a foreigner coming to Thailand, you have some victim in the back, right? So you already have these guys, studying with you guys. So maybe, but it's not the whole Thailand either, right? It's what specific thing that you can provide additional thing that you go interview and ask, right? So that can be the initial, but bigger idea is this. But getting started, tangible step, we can see that. Okay, but Mil and Leah, this one I'm explaining the concrete step that possible for how do you take, right? But for your safety parking, maybe I'm not in the field yet, but if you can explain tangibly, clearly, it's okay for that idea as well. Okay, good. Okay, idea, understand, this. Okay, quickly, Raphael, right? Your idea is what? Chat and check. What's your idea? Anyone from Raphael group? And Raphael, you submit on behalf of your team. I don't see any member. Maybe I give you just a credit for Raphael.
Yeah, I just put their name now. I don't know if you can just reload. Maybe it's gonna.
I don't see anything. Okay, anyway, right? Next time when you submit as a group, if you want to step back from your friend, okay, you submit like this. Or if you want to share the credit, then you write their name in here too, right? Because otherwise, I don't know. Yeah. Okay, what's your idea, or maybe some friend can explain it?
So basically, it's inside lines. So what we observed is because of the QR payments, it's very done manually. Nothing is registered into a system. So there's not verification done for the payments at a lot of places. Also for inventory management, it's really hard since you cannot keep track of anything. And for accounting as well, so they take pictures of the QR code as received for accounting, which is really not convenient. So and also I would start for booking. Yeah, it is done through line, but it's not always optimal. it often just refers you to an external
Okay.
application, so they have different
Yeah.
systems. So I just integrated all of these problems into one solution to line to have a lot in
Good.
one.
I like it, right? Some opportunity in here, right? But again, right? Okay, from the big idea, opportunity, then you drill down what are the specific use case for this class. So it's like, okay, this is my beachhead that I want to tackle, right? SME, right? Transfer money or booking things or filling in inventories and etc. Like what is the use case, right? Okay, good. And who are in Raphael group? Raise your hand. Okay. You. Okay, just go where you call this. Here. And this is from which group? No name. Is it no name? No name.
Yes, it's right. It's written on like you know how you're gonna type the file and type
Yeah,
something.
right here. So you see
In the
my.
document, it's not like the names are.
I understand, but you see the use case now. Sometimes like we download it and then we read it and then like
Oh.
whose work is this, right? So it's Arnold and John.
And Ryan and Ray.
And Ryan and Ray, and maybe winner in the future.
Okay.
Maybe, right? Yeah. Alright, so Island Loop, trash reuse cleaner Thailand. So what's the idea? Okay, maybe I can guess.
Yeah, we also have like three.
Three ideas.
Three
Okay.
ideas, yes. Here's the first one.
Gokul. I see. Did you go there yet?
We did.
I haven't been to Gokul yet. I
You
see.
should.
Okay. Yeah, I know. Is it safe with Cambodia right now?
It was.
I guess so. Gokul, see pile of trash. Okay, understand. Some tackling proof that it's real market. One pay Thailand stress-free food trip package, flights resort. Understand. And sport pass Thailand. One way to access sport facility anyway. Okay, maybe you share just one idea that you like you want to share. Okay, which one? And
Which one do you want us to explain?
okay, one pay Thailand. Why do you come up with this idea? What problem you feel you are facing, or you think like people from Spain might be facing?
So when you want to travel to Thailand, there's like a lot of things you have to like take care of, for example, flights, resorts. Also like most people when they come to Thailand, they don't only stay in one place. Like they go to maybe Koh Tao, they want to go to Krabi, Koh, they want to spend some days in Bangkok, maybe go up to the north to Chiang Mai. So this would be like a way of like paying and being stress free. Like the whole trip would be planned from since they leave like Spain to when they get back, so they don't have to like care for anything. It's like a full guided tour, like everything's scheduled for them.
I see. I can see that. Yeah. For some people who are not that price conscious, maybe you want to do that. But for younger gen, it's okay. We do the work so that we save as much as possible.
I agree. This is more focused on elderly people
Right.
who just want to come enjoy and
Right.
like, don't worry about anything.
Right. Okay. Right. So this one, next step for any idea, I want to be like, okay, general idea is okay. What is the first tangible, concrete step that you want to tackle, right? Either people, just one case from Spain or from Norway to come to Thailand, specific step, like clear user who will be using it, like target demographic, like start from that. Or from here, from Thailand, going to Norway or to Barcelona, right? Barcelona FC is like a big thing for Thai people as well, right? People want to go to see like, I guess no more, but in the past like Messi to play in Barcelona, right? So that can be like another approach since you are here as well. But what direction similar to this group, right? Tangible step. Okay, good. Any group that I haven't talked about your guys' ideas? No. Dido, Pete, what's your name? And in Thai, you เริ่มตก division แล้ว because I cannot remember your name. Frankly, what's your name? Not okay. The name still familiar with my mouth, so not that bad. And not who is submitting your work here. I don't see it from the submission here. Who is submitting? If I am not submitting, you will not get the credit for it. Yeah. Alright. We'll work with me and Thomas afterward. But what's your idea?
So, one of the idea that we wanted to fix that I don't think was submitted last night was, so what all we share is that we like to play sports. Like right after this, you can go play pickleball, and I used to play rugby and tennis. And from that past, right, like I've had a lot of injuries, right? Like I've sprained both my ankles and my wrist as well. And those pain points, right? A lot of athletes have, And what we want to do is combine almost a journaling of all your social activities and kind of make it a social side of the app where you can share how you and your friends are basically it's a social app as well where you share what you're doing and also more personally how you felt in that training session, playing tennis. If you can take photos as well, we were thinking of adding almost AI related to it, where if there's
Okay, you're on the right track. I think for injury for sport, right? Okay, this is a group, 3 people. How many people are there in your group? 6. Okay, 50% represent here. Not bad. You're fighting for yourself, right? For the other 3 people, I cannot really help. I will read the Sun Tzu afterward, and you listen carefully. Okay, I think you are on the right track. I think injury, sport, exercise, I think there's some way to create value, right? What you talk about, social and journaling, maybe that's a little bit too fluff into the Facebook social media, which already crowded and they're already winner in there, right? Instagram, TikTok, right? They're already in there, right? So I would focus on exercise, group, sport, on that type of keyword. You reiterate it and somehow find a way to get the idea to the submission. Okay. All right. Now, good. So that's quick catch, which is going to be an important starting point going forward, because now we will start building it on top of your ideas, right? All the assignment going forward, the class assignment forward will be based on your those term project ideas. Right? So coming to lecture. Startup. Okay. Now agenda for today, I want to touch the first. It's a big topic, right? And require a lot of exercise and feedback and discussion. But when you learn entrepreneurship, we need to touch on lean startup. It's an important concept, especially nowadays with things moving so fast. Okay, so today we will talk about lean startup, where it's come from, the background, and then the assumption and hypothesis concept, right? And next class we will talk about all the rest of lean startup, right? But the first important is come up with assumption and hypothesis. So what is lean startup, right? What is startup? You see from the movie Silicon Valley, it's actually a human institution, right, that create new product or service under condition of extreme uncertainty. Why is it uncertainty? Many of them are new ideas that we haven't created before, right? If you start a restaurant, if you start a barber shop, you start a tutoring school, sure, it has some uncertainty because you are new. You don't know whether you're gonna success or not, right? Your quality will be mapped with the expectation for customer or not. But that you already see other people successful. You already see MK restaurant. you already see now in concept English tutoring, right? So that is, you have like normal playbook how normal traditional business run, right? That is not startup, right? You don't have technology as a leverage to grow and scale fast. So if you want to use technologies, AI, web, internet, do, right? You start with something new idea, but it's extremely uncertainty because it's pretty new, right? You can argue that I see it from my country. I can see it working in Japan. I see it working in the US or in Europe, right? Still, it's still uncertainty because there are a lot of different factors coming in to make it work in your specific country, like in Thailand, right? We talk about CalAI, right? CalAI, you have to pay to use it, right? And they have 20 million revenue run rate. What is the price for the subscription for the team that present, which is not here anymore? Not here anymore, present and then left. Wow. Okay, let's see, right? Let's see. Now I have price. $2.99 for a week. Right? Monthly $9.99, annual $19.99, $29.99. Right? And you see that, whoa, with this the revenue is like 20 million. But here's a big part. And maybe our exchange daily can attest to that. People say, Thomas can attest to that. Right? People say US people love spending, just love spending, right?
Wasting money.
Wasting money, right? It's just like this a peanut, $2.99. It's like I cannot even get McDonald's for this, right? $9.99, right? So people can spend without much thinking. But as you can see from the class of Jonathan student, right? We talk about CalAI, who did pay to experience it, 0 student. Like what's going on, right? So that was like a change of maybe spending habits that are different between countries, right? Yes.
Well, we like wasting our money, but we don't like we don't like it when it's in our face when we waste money.
Yeah.
If it's presented like a bill, then we're like, oh no.
Right. But I guess like since the price is the same all over the world for this charging, right? I feel like most of the money CalAI made was probably from the US. Right? They just pay and try it out. Probably very few from Southeast Asia. Right? So that's some uncertainty for making money, even though you come up with the CalAI but operate it in the similar similar domain but different country. Right? So what's lean startup? Right? So lean startup is a way to make this uncertainty go lower, like systematically address uncertainty through rapid iteration, right? It's like try to get some science into it, try to get some step to dispel the uncertainty. Okay, now you don't understand it, but how do you understand a little bit more every day, right? That's what in a nutshell of the whole idea of lean startup. How do you systematically iterate it so that this idea become clearer to you, whether it's sensible and useful and have some chance, or okay at the same time that this idea become clearer to you that you should not do it. Right? The idea that you guys propose, 4, 5, 6 idea, how do you make it clear that it's not a good idea and it's a good idea, right? The worst idea is the idea that you don't know whether it's good or bad. That's like a very damaging, that can make you lose time and money, right? You don't know whether it's good or bad, right? So this one, help systematically reduce and address uncertainty. Anyone hear about lean startup before? Raise your hand. Lean startup. No one. Maybe Ryan 50%, Madeline 50%. How do you hear about this, Madeline?
I think we learned about it in my management class.
Management class.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Good. Yeah. For those who hear it before, and for those who are about to hear it, right, I just want to say that most of the conventional thinking of people hear about this lean startup, they think about lean have to be cheap. Lean do not mean lean mean don't spend money, right? That's actually not about lean, right? Lean is about try to avoiding waste, right? If you are clear, if you have the data to back you up that it's okay to get more people because the people you got will make money for you, then it's okay to spend money do advertisement. Okay? Now, many people believe when they hear about lean startup, about waste is that, hey, don't spend any money, try to do it as cheap as possible. Not so much, right? Not entirely true. Okay, we talked about waste for company. What is considered waste for running a company, for doing a business? What are waste in this context? Yeah, Madeline?
I mean, we can have physical waste and we can have non-physical waste. So I think with startups, we usually look at transaction and administrative costs and what we want to do internally and externally. Then I mean, if you're producing a physical object, it's also with lean thinking about
Okay, that's very detailed. How about step 2, 3 back in terms of like when you think about waste for a company, what can be waste, right? Which I believe I talked about in this class. I think like the first or second class. What are waste? What are waste? How? What are waste? Avoiding waste. What is trying to avoid? Avoid losing what?
What's the question?
The question is, right, lean startup is the object for the firm to avoiding waste. What does it mean, waste here? Specifically waste for startup, for new companies. What are waste?
Maybe like
Money, correct. You don't want to waste money. That's one of the two. Another one is what? Time. Very nice. Good. Right? I know Ryan gonna say that too. Right? Yeah. How do you avoid? It's all boiled down into how do you avoid losing money unnecessarily? How do you avoid losing time unnecessarily? Okay. Right. So that's the whole concept of test it out, avoiding as much as possible. Okay to lose, but how do you minimize it? Okay. Now we talk about this for MVP when we talk about seed funding. Hypothesis-driven entrepreneurship like startup is how do you find a way to create something called minimum viable product? Okay, minimum viable product. Question is why should it be minimum? Now, minimum here is a crappy product that nobody wants to use. When you use the bag here, it's actually maximum already, right? All the feature within this budget, they already put it here. Right? This is Briggs and Riley, right? Also lifetime warranty. This is my second version that I get it after the first one broke. But this is maximum feature from this brand. When you start, why you want to do a minimum? A minimum is actually nobody want. Viable. What is viable? Viable is that it's able to answer some of your needs. It's able to provide and solve and provide value for your needs or your problem. Right? So they want you to build minimum viable product. The least crappy that you can make but still solve some problem. Question, why should it be minimum? Why shouldn't it be normal or maximum? Why? Why they don't aim to make something very comprehensive and offer it to the customer? Why they try to be like, so stingy and try to just give it a minimum version for them? Say again? Yeah, maximum. Why don't you should do like a travel app that every single one to come to Thailand and then like provide everything, services, all the hotel, all the tuk-tuk, taxi, everything come in, right? As you are all-in-one travel app. Why is it? Because what I'm saying is, it will not be an all-in-one if it's a minimum. Okay.
Because it requires too much cost to build like the full version.
Mm.
But if you make it minimum, you can test the market first.
Very nice. And your name is
Puri
Puri Pachaya. Wait, I thought it's Bo. No.
I raised my hand right now.
I see. Puri Pachaya. Your nickname is Pun Pun. Okay, that's easier to remember. Good, Pun Pun. Very important. Right now we are operating in the context that we doesn't even know whether they want it at all or not. All in one app. Do we want it at all? Maybe people do not trust it and would willing to spend the time researching, taking the time to plan, right? So right now, what we're trying to do is minimize waste, which is try to build as little as possible to check they still want it or not. Do you still want, right? With this idea, do you still want, right? So that's minimum. Someone tried to airdrop me, which I don't want. Hey, wrong one. That's my laptop. Ray, that's my laptop. Yeah. Okay. The important concept here for lean startup is a concept called product market fit. Okay? For those who already learned, Brian, I think you already raised your hand. What do you understand about product market fit?
Not a whole lot, admittedly, but if I had to guess, I'd have to say that you've got to make a product that fits the market, designed for those people. So,
Does Silicon Valley with Richard's team has arrived at product market fit yet?
you said it hasn't?
Has or hasn't? Like we already finished season 1.
Probably not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. I agree. There's technology wise, but then still finding what to build, right? Haven't really arrived at product market fit yet. And this is a very elusive and difficult point to understand, right? I try to explain to you because each of the industry have a different scenario for product market fit. Yeah. Let me explain something easier, tangible for you. But the point here from Y Combinator is like the only things that matter for a young and new company is you have to arrive at this product market fit. What it is, I will explain later. And what it is. Right. Now, if you haven't arrived in time at this point, and then taking too long, meaning keep paying salaries, right? The morals go lower, and then you have to finish and close down your shop, right? So the only important part for the small team to come is arrive at the product market fit. When you talk about digital product market fit, it's hard. So let me start with the restaurant first. If someone start a new restaurant, open a restaurant, right? What is the point of product market fit, right? Some successful one, JO, anyone go? JO, long line, seafood, right? Definitely successful and arrive at product market fit already, right? Because the market want her product, right? Want her fancy seafood. The market want, willing to pay, come back to pay, right? Even though it's a long line. Let's say you open a new restaurant. Actually, not so new. Let's say Eat MR. Steak buffet, competitor of Sizzler. You have one in MBK and many around university area. I think it's a successful and up and coming steak restaurant, okay price. They just started. How do they know that they have arrived at the product market fit? What's the point if you own a restaurant and then you say, okay, I'm relieved now. I think we have found the market. What is the point that you're able to observe with your own eyes at the restaurant and you feel like, okay, I have confidence now? The first day, a lot of people show up, or what day that you think you have arrived at product market fit? Pete?
The customers are lining up to dine in your restaurant, like a random Tuesday.
Okay, random Tuesday customer line up, good, but not specific enough. More, right? When random Tuesday, they can be like quite a few random factor. Maybe some guy popular come to eat at your restaurant and people just line up to see him, right? Or other shops close down and only your shop open, people can still line up, right? So what are specific and concrete that you can tell yourself that, okay, I think my restaurant will not, doesn't say successful yet, but definitely can avoid that now. Madeline?
When you have the same customers coming back.
When you have the same customer coming back, Sherry? Similar? Yes. This is important, right? When you have, when you start to see a repeating customer, right? Not a big opening, everyone line up and then come for the only fun time and never come back. When you start to see the same faces coming back again, that's a product market fit. What does it say? Does it say that your restaurant is very delicious and like yummy, the best in town? No, right? People coming back doesn't mean that your restaurant is the most delicious. What do people coming back? There's a lot of factors. Maybe not that delicious, but the food quality is okay. Now, the parking spot is okay. The way to come to the restaurant is okay, right? Everything bundled up, the value that I give it, the convenience that I have to sacrifice, okay for me to come back. And that is the key point for restaurant. You see that, right? A lot of people are hyping up about, a lot of people come for the first day, but never come back again. Then if you cannot build a repeating customer to grow your user base, then there's no way you can compete. Okay? Yeah, so that's product market fit in the restaurant, right? But when you want to do traveling, when you want to do parking safety, right? You want to do education, you want to do tutoring, like now you have to dig into the detail of what's product market fit for that specific niche, for that specific industry. Okay? Yeah. Dropbox product market fit, TikTok product market fit, ChatGPT product market fit mean different things for each domain. Okay? Yeah. So that's some example, right? So for me, for product market fit, I feel like people coming back, similar to the restaurant, people coming back to use your system, but still, if you turn on the monetization, if you start charging them, will they still pay? Right? Now, when you go to the restaurant, you have to pay every time. But when you use Line, right now you don't have to pay. But Line also arrive at the product market fit. Right? So payment becomes something tricky for you to think about it. Okay, maybe people come back and using it, and then at least 1% of your user base paying. Right? Let's say for the one who familiar with Line, anyone who never spent a single baht to buy any sticker for Line, raise your hand. Like Tuesday, right? You buy something, right? But okay, Thomas and Arnold, right under SIM right? But Dino, right? But Singapore use WhatsApp too, so you're not so into like Line, right? But so these guys, you can see like Line has arrived at some product market fit, even though they have to burn money for the server cost. From 99% of the users use it for free, but somehow they're able to capture and make money somehow, right? Okay.
I think they even operate financial services too. Just like LinePay and such.
Yeah.
They make money off of that too.
Okay. History, some sideway of history. Lean startup is not just out of the blue coming up. They use based on many methodologies in the past, like Toyota lean manufacturing, but that is using it with like building, making automobile, right? The Professor Robert Deming, right? PDCA, Plan Do Check Act, right? The U.S. professor and engineering who got sent to Japan right after World War II to help Japan rebuild their economy, right? Agile software development, steep land customer development process, right? So it's just want to share that this topic is not just only one topic out of the blue. They come in terms of different ideas related to startup as well. Okay? One sidetrack that I want to ask you, let's start from the top. Robert Deming, right? Robert Deming is a statistician, professor, American engineer, author, lecturer in management consulting, right? He was sent to Japan to help Japan rebuild the country, and then he's like the guy who influenced Toyota lean manufacturing. And I mentioned it's right after World War II. During the time of many shaking, the world is going crazy at the moment, thanks to President Trump. President Trump, the guy who very exotic in his way, unique in his way. I want to say, I want to ask you guys. Okay, we go back in history, 60, 80 years, right? Japan just, we surrender, like no more fighting, right? In the past, you can see from Pearl Harbor movie, right? It's like the US military and Japanese military is like fighting neck to neck, killing each other, right? But then when Japan surrendered, somehow the US sent one of the best thought leader, Robert Deming, to help Japan revamp and renovate Japan up. Why would someone do that? Why would someone send their very good human resources to help the country that they just fought and killed each other, and then able to come up with a new way for Toyota to compete in the global stage and sell it, competing with Ford and the US car company as well. Why would someone do that, right? Geopolitically or macro level, what do you think, right? Can you imagine that we are fighting with Cambodia right now, and then when everything settled, he sent me to help teaching Cambodia management class. That was a little angle that I want you to think and analyze why would the winning country do something like that. Thomas, you hold on a little bit. Let's hear the students. Yeah. What's your idea? Right. Interesting viewpoint, right? Why would someone do that rather than, hey, pay me, right? Give me back what we lose, give me back the damage that you caused, pay me, but this one sending someone to hell, which is kind of like a contradictory idea for the human nature, like the normal human nature to do. Abo, what do you think?
Maybe they don't want to look like the bad guy. You know, and at that time they might not know like that that would be.
Okay, I don't want to look like a bad guy, maybe helping, but you see, winner write all the history. No matter how bad they are, this history will be right by the winner, right? Like Jack Ma said, you become legendary, right? And the people who lose or give up become garbage, right? Cherry.
Maybe like part of it was because of reputation, but
Mm.
another part could be that Japan may be resourceful, like in a sense that they had the resources that US didn't have. And
Which is what? No, Japan is one of the very scarce resources in the world, right? They just have mountain and good scenery, but not like China or not like Russia that have a lot of natural resources, right? Iran or Venezuela is totally different. Japan doesn't really have that. Yeah.
or is it because of that then it's like easy to build up from like scratch?
Yeah, but why would you facilitate that someone who killed thousands of people of your countrymen and then like go help them
For control.
for control? Okay, maybe possibly. Okay,
Yeah.
right, possibly. Okay. Thomas, anything to add?
Well, the Soviets were right next door to Japan.
Mm.
The U.S. wanted strong allies in the region, and everybody had just basically finished killing each other for about 10
5 years. Yeah,
They
5
put maximum effort into it too.
Mhm.
So the U.S. didn't want communism to take hold of Japan, and the only way to really do that is for a strong society, strong infrastructure.
Can be. I never thought about this angle.
So that's the geopolitical reasons why they sent a guy there to do that.
Right.
For business reasons, well, everything's trashed and construction's gonna really take off.
That's true. Yeah. For me, from my perspective, I was not there, but for me, coming from another angle that I would like to share to you is that people learn a lot of things from history, right? And this is World War II, right? People know what happened, how damaging it is of World War I. And World War I, the people who lose, the side that lose are Germany, right? And then France and UK really go hard onto Germany that really like try to get back all the restoration, the damaging that Germans have done to cause this war, right? So that's come up with a lot of inflation, and that's why Adolf Hitler come out into the power, because since the country is so bad, you can really manipulate the emotion, right? So that's another angle, that maybe they don't want the history to repeat for Japan, to have like another anger among all this fighting. Okay. Yeah, that's my point. But thanks, Thomas. I think that's another good angle for thinking about Soviet Union as well. All right, coming back from history class, I just want to share. Yeah, this stem from some other ideas in management. Okay. Lean startup is not just about startup. You can use it if you join a company, you join a family business, join a corporate too, right? Because now, big companies, a bank, a telco, AIS, right, would like to have new opportunity for innovation and productivity too, right? Company always need to grow. Company is like a tree. Either you grow or you die. There's no like stopping halfway. You like, I don't want to grow, I want to stop. Either you grow up or you just like finish, you just die, right? So everyone needs to find a way to grow. So large enterprise with good asset actually have advantages, right? But how can they not wasting things? No one like wasting, right? So lean startup can be a unit in their experimental business unit to try to new things, right? And SCB use a lot of customer existing to come up with new product, similar to K-Bank as well, Khun Thong, or a new app that is not just bank application, right? They use this methodologies to come up with new product and test it to make sure there's market for it. Okay, right? So new opportunity for innovation. Big companies sometimes starve for organic growth, right? Now 7-Eleven already big. How do you find a way to grow once you already are a monopoly or dominating the market? So what do you see that 7-Eleven trying to do in 7-Eleven to able to grow and expand? In addition to just like expand for more branches. What else you see from 7-Eleven that they try to do? Let's see it here from Brian. What do you see from 7-Eleven?
Well, it's just like, compared to back home, there's just like a whole bunch of stuff you can do at 7-Eleven. Like, I know like you can go pay your bill there. Like we pay our bills at 7-Eleven, like stuff like that. I don't know how they make money off it, but like just shit like stuff like that. Like
Yeah,
just,
good.
Just random like.
How do you pay, right? Sometimes be someone who collecting money and pay to the electricity like 5 days afterward. But there are a million Ryan doing that. They can make some money out of that portion already, you know, like just be the cash that they can control, right? But that's not new for 7-Eleven. Let's hear from someone who frequent to 7-Eleven a lot. What do you think they're trying to do? Some new thing to expand, to make more organic growth.
Like recently, I think that they try to like collab with SMEs to like help these like small brands grow, and at the same time they get to like increase their sales.
I don't see that. But okay, I don't see SME advertising, but I see that they try to sell higher value product in 7-Eleven. Right? They try to like start selling headphones. They start to selling more fancy and more expensive product in 7-Eleven. Right? But you see, company need to strive for organic growth. So what else can they do? Right? Madeline.
I think a big part of 7-Eleven's value proposition is the type of supply chain they have. And I see that they're trying to replicate that in more areas. So, I mean, in Japan, for instance, it's a very interesting supply chain, and that's how 7-Eleven is different. And I see that they replicate that in Thailand and other countries with 7-Eleven. And they're trying to do the same in different European countries that have 7-Eleven, it's just not working.
No, not working.
But I mean,
It's like very.
they're trying.
I go to a few European countries. Each on the corner shop is not 7-Eleven. It's like mom and pop with uncle mustache, like smoking on the corner, right? It's like they're all scattered around each one individual shop, which can be advantages and disadvantages. 7-Eleven somehow people feel like, oh, it remove all the opportunity for local people to have run their own shop, right? Yeah, contentious issue. But okay, right? We need to move along. Technology has changed over time, changed again, right? In the past, mobile, in the past, internet. Now we have AI. These guys need to think of something as well. Otherwise, they will get taken over by young people, but have like 10x, 20x productivities. Quick example that as CPF and 7-Eleven, right? They already sell this milk coffee, right? I get the chance to talk to the management. One time they say, like, I would like to experiment with the Meiji milk can also sell as a Meiji coffee. Now, because they know that this sell well. They know that when they make at all cafe in 7-Eleven, they use Meiji milk to make coffee. And sometimes people line up, so they lose the opportunity to sell the coffee. So they just want like a ready-made Meiji coffee with someone interested in them. Rather than spend hundreds or millions in setting up factory, they're testing it first. How do they test it? They put on Starbucks to sell in 7-Eleven. At first I thought like, why Starbucks sell in 7-Eleven? Made 0 cents at all. This is like for cheaper product, no one's gonna buy Starbucks in 7-Eleven. And now I understand it's not just for the purpose of selling, it's for experimenting, right? They recognize how many Starbucks has sold. And then they use it to benchmark when they roll out Meiji coffee experiment product, how much they're gonna sell. And in their mind, they know that this is the benchmark for Starbucks. This is like a no-name coffee, right? Meiji should fall somewhere in between because they at least have some Meiji product brand. Turn out that when they actually run the experiment, Meiji coffee even sell lower than the no-name brand. And they're like, oh, what's happening? They go interview people and they're like, Meiji is a milk brand, right? It's not a coffee brand. I will not buy it, right? And then they realize that and stop this product line, saving hundreds of million factory setup, right? Running it, small experiment in the company, large corporation context. So lean startup can use it as well to systemize, reduce uncertainty. Okay. Some terminologies which I will cover later. Today we will go to these two. Uncertainty, three. Uncertainty, assumption, hypothesis. Next class we will cover the rest. When you start, there are a lot of uncertainty. You see, product, can you make it? Will the customer have it? The customer want it, can you like distribute, give it to the customers? Will the market grow over time? Right? And many of the uncertainty that you need to dispel and that you need to clarify it out. Talk about uncertainty, right? There are three key points. The first one is technical and product risk, right? Can we build this? If you are starting with digital product, I totally believe that you can build this. Now, the team that each mentioned, the only one that I skeptical is the safety part, the parking bay. Like, can you build it? Do you have enough connection network to create this safety hardware? Right? That one I'm not sure. Your idea I'm not sure. Right? But the rest I feel with the AI and idea, you definitely can build this. It's not like SpaceX with Elon Musk that you need to go to Mars and can you really do it? That one, yes, it's a risk, right? Or Thailand want to replicate SpaceX and have our own satellite so that we don't need to pay for AIS anymore. We can have like the mini satellite to get the internet from the satellite up there in the space. Then, yes, we have, can we build this, right? Let's say you can build it. The net risk, the net uncertainty is, when you build this, do the customer will use it? Right? This is product market fit. Will the user use it and come back and use it again? We don't know, it's new, right? And if the user come and use it again, use and try and then like it, the next risk is, when they build it, we use it, will they pay for it and be able to make money or not? That's business model risk, right? Yeah. And we have problem, solution fit, product market fit, and business model fit to make everything work, right? Yes, we build it, people love it, but somehow the noodle that I made cost 60 baht per bowl, but the customer only want to pay 40 baht, no matter how what they want to eat. Doesn't make sense, and can need to close down my noodle shop because I cannot get the price to come down to 25 baht to make profit for them. Yeah. So that's uncertainty. What are assumptions? Right? Assumption is the concept that you say to yourself that I believe. Right? This is the secret that we talked about earlier in the class. Right? I believe. What do you believe that few people agree with you, the majority disagree with you, right? Now, I believe that people eat ice cream in the summer. Some students believe that, and believe that there are more ice cream market for Thai. 10 years ago, a few students sit here and believe that, goes to study at Babson in the US, come back, start an ice cream shop. Now call Gus Damn Good, right? Lalin, sitting here a few, like 10 something years ago, majoring in finance, right? People who don't believe, like, hey, in the summer maybe they eat, I don't know, cheng sin egg, maybe they eat like what I didn't eat, boba shop, right? The boba tea, right? So they will start something else, not ice cream, but this is the belief that you need to have in order to start and explore that idea. I believe that unlike Thai people, right, Chinese and Korean are comfortable eating insect as a source of protein. It's like, really? Because but let me share to you because I use 7-Eleven as an experiment testing ground. Here, ISO. Right? Yeah. I don't know, right? I went to a 7-Eleven and many times I see this snack which is a caterpillar in this selling. And for something to be consistently in the 7-Eleven shop, they have to sell well. But I have no idea who is buying it. Anyone buying this to eat? ของโปรดใครมีไหม No one here, right? But to be in the 7, there's someone buying, and then I'm dying to know. So I asked the waiter, sorry, who is buying this? It's like a few tourists come and consistently buying this as well, right? So they see something that I don't see. That's why I don't do this haiso that their particular snack, right? And that's the belief.
So expensive.
Key idea, right? You come up with the business. Everyone come up with it. You have to come up with what are the critical assumptions that you need to share. Critical. Quickly, this one you have to read. Right? A few angle that you can ask is whether my idea provide the value, whether I can go to market, the online, on-site, 7-Eleven, whether I can make enough money to cover the cost, whether my technology is able to build and people able to run, right? These are 4 big areas as uncertainty that you need to spell it out, and they need to clear out that, hey, we confident to do. Quickly on this, how to prioritize assumption. Right, this will be part of your homework. Okay, part of your homework. You have to come up with 20 assumptions on your ideas, whether it's all-in-one travel app, injury app, right, parking app, right. What are 20 assumptions that you believe for your business idea, right? And after that, okay, just let's do this one. What assumption that you have, if you correctly believe, if you mistakenly believe, you think it's true but it's not, definitely gonna kill your idea. That's the kill idea, will kill. But if what are assumptions that even though you don't get it right, it won't kill an idea, you can adjust it a bit. Okay, right? 20 assumptions will kill, categorize into what I will kill and what I won't kill. Okay, the will kill assumption, Airbnb example is, I believe that with lower price than hotel, but still able to charge some random stranger, people willing to give a space in their home for a stranger to stay. That's a big assumption, right? And if no matter how much it is, people do not want to accept the money to invite a stranger, that's gonna kill my idea. That will be no existence of Airbnb. Okay? Yeah. But for one kill is, let's say, I believe that with 300 baht, people are willing to invite stranger come in. I say like, hey, 300 baht, I'm not willing. But with 800 baht, I'm willing to take the risk, right? That won't kill. You can adjust the number. Yeah. Assumption, as a smoke test, quickly, this assumption must be something called falsifiable, meaning that the thing that you say should be proven to be yes, right, or no, not right, wrong. Falsifiable, right? Now, something that falsifiable is a good assumption. Something is not sure. Something is unclear. If you say like, I believe that college Chulalongkorn student want to have more time. That is not falsifiable. Everyone want to have more time. That is a good assumption, right? I believe that people who travel with tuk-tuk want to have a fair pricing. That's not falsifiable. Everyone want a fair pricing. Do you understand it, right? So let me give you an example, right? Chulalongkorn spend significant time searching for internship, not falsifiable, right? What does it mean to be true? What does it mean to be false? Office worker in Sandika will pay premium for healthy lunch option. What does it mean to be true or false? These are, even though almost there, but not falsifiable. Let's see the example of a falsifiable one. Wait. Why is it not here? I don't want it. Wait.
Yeah, you're on the side.
I know, right? But no, I have like 3 more. Actually, this is hypothesis. That is falsifiable. At least 30% of Chula BBA students. Sorry, give me a minute. This is not the right time. Time is up. But this is the exercise for today as a group class. Let me quickly give you the things that I prepared so that you can see.
And this is for the term group project? Or-
Yeah, this is a group project, class project.
Yes.
Yeah, but use the term project as your prompt.
Any figure how to use it though.
Yeah. Actually, this is what I have.
Do it together. We check it.
I asked AI to prepare for me.
Huh?
Like a quiz form, you know?
What's a quiz? I only know the phrase.
We have a quiz.
Okay, right? Not falsifiable. People value convenience. The healthy food market is growing. Students struggle to find internships. Our product is better. This is not falsifiable. Okay, how do you falsify? How do you say yes or no? This is not a falsifiable. Right? What I did show to you is actually falsifiable. You can file it. Right? Falsifiable. Chula BBA students spend significant time searching for internship. Okay, you can see significant time. Our office pay premium. Actually, this is falsifiable. Sorry, I was mistaking. That's supposed to be one slide before. Healthy lunch. This is falsifiable. Small cafe owner in area lack tool to manage inventory efficiently. Falsifiable. Our target use Instagram to discover new food brand. Falsifiable. And once you falsifiable, now you have a falsifiable assumption, then you will convert it into a hypothesis, which will look more like this guy, right? From what that I show, I will revise the slides and prepare, right? And how do you test it for finding an internship, right? 5 hours, 30%, 100 sign up for 50 baht healthy lunch for 5 hours, 10. Owner would pay for management. Our Instagram generate at least 50 clicks under 5 baht per click, right? So that from what I believe will be converted into a hypothesis like this. Okay? Your class this class for Lean Startup, I asked for the first one, which is come up with a falsifiable assumption. Like, what do you believe? You don't need to convert it into a hypothesis yet, but what is your assumption here? Like, I believe, I believe what is my idea. But now it's not just the business idea, it's the different working pieces of your business ideas now. Okay. All right. So that exam homework for the class. Okay. I have no time to read Sansu for you.
Be where your enemy is not.
All right. Yeah. Okay. I have no time for this. All right. So next class we have this as a class assignment, and then Silicon Valley and the presentation team will be Raphael group. Okay. Right. See you next time.
For the group submission.